Kate led the way up a second set of concrete steps to what, back in the day, must have been the kitchen. Now it was a shell. Whatever wallpaper there might have been was long gone. The plaster was fallen off the walls and ceiling, and there were holes in the floorboards. The cabinets and appliances were also long gone. Even the doors were missing. "Be careful," Kate said as she started up the stairs to the second floor. "Only one of us on the stairs at a time. They could collapse under the weight of more than one person, so tread carefully." One by one, we negotiated the rickety wooden stairs until finally we stood together at one end of a long passageway that led from one side of the house to the other. There was another floor above, but for now, we were where Kate wanted us to be. The walls on either side were punctuated by doorways that led into what once must have been bedrooms, maybe even a bathroom or two. The rooms themselves were uninhabitable, except perhaps by itinerant crackheads and the inevitable rats. Here and there among the ruins lay filthy, befouled old mattresses, discarded clothing, used condoms, needles, and filthy rags that might once have been blankets. The air was rank with the stink of decay, rot, and putrefaction. Obviously, until recently, the place had been a vast squat. Lonnie and I followed Kate along the landing to a doorway that led into a huge room that took up the entire width of the house. It was at least 40 by 25 with 12-foot-high ceilings. The master bedroom, maybe. It was cold, icy cold. Most of the glass in the big windows was gone. The sleet blew in unrestricted and lay in inch-deep white semicircles beneath the window openings. 5 techs and the medical examiner, Doc Shedden, were gathered around a section of the floor in front of a huge bay window. Lights on stands, powered by the generator outside, surrounded a section of the floor where the boards had been taken up. The boards now lay in a pile in the middle of the room. 2 more rough-looking individuals were seated on old 5-gallon drums at the side of the room farthest from where the techs were at work. Owners of the truck, no doubt. "Grab some covers," Kate said, reaching into a large open case. I took off my coat and hung it on a nail on the doorframe, shivering. Damn, it's too goddamn cold for this crap. It took no more than a couple of minutes before all 3 of us were dressed head to toe in Tyvek coveralls, booties, and gloves. For the most part, we covered up in silence, aware of the sullen stares from the 2 creatures sitting on the oil drums. "Okay," I said, "what do we have?" We joined the group at the hole in the floor. All of them, including Doc Shedden, were on their knees, 3 on either side of the hole. The exposed, rough-sawn joints were heavy, at least 4 by 12s on 20-inch centers. Sheesh, they built them to last back in the day. Something was wedged in the gap between 2 of the joists. It was wrapped in clear polythene sheeting, though age had not treated it well. It had degraded to a point where it was all but impossible to see through the several layers that surrounded the thing. "Hello, Kate, Lonnie," Shedden said. "Hey, Harry, how's it hanging?" I had to smile. Doc had been greeting me the same way for years, and as far as I knew, I was the only one he greeted that way. "I'm good, Doc. What do you have?" "See for yourself," he said, inching his way sideways on his knees to give me room to join him. The others made room for Kate and Lonnie, although he remained standing. The polythene had been torn. No, it had been slit and then pulled apart to reveal the skeleton remains of... Christ, I wonder if we'll ever know.